In today's news, Honorable MYRON v. WALWYN sworn in as leader of the opposition. LORNA Smith officially appointed as junior minister. RABSATT charged with burglary. AKIM Stevens charged. VI raising awareness for World Water Day. Private sector needs to step up. Rotary Club Sunrise of Rotown makes donation to Lemonade BVI. And the OECS welcomes St. Martin. We have the details of this on the local as well as regional scene. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
CCT is turning up the heat with the ultimate spin and win jackpot. Sign up for any postpaid plan, Freedom, GoFast LTE, or Fire Fiber Internet, or pay your postpaid bill on time for your chance to spin the wheel and win $1,000 every week during March Madness. And here's the best part. If there's no winner, the jackpot increases every week, making your chances to win even bigger. Not a CCT customer? Make the switch to Life Unlimited. Already a postpaid customer? Just pay your bill on time. Prepaid customer? Upgrade to a postpaid plan today. What are you waiting for? Sign up, pay up, stay connected for a chance to spin to win. Call us at 444-4444 or visit a CCT store for details on the right plan for you or your eligibility to spin. Terms and conditions apply. CCT. Life Unlimited.
Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of 284 News. It is Monday, March 24th, 2025. I'm Ron Grant, bringing you all the very latest out of Tortola in the Virgin Islands as well as across the region. A happy Monday's wish to all. Thank you so much for joining us. Beginning our newscast on the local scene. Just moments ago, at a ceremony held at Government House, earlier today, 6th District Representative, the Honorable MYRON v. WALWYN, was sworn in as the new leader of His Majesty's loyal opposition by His Excellency Governor Daniel Preuss. The ceremony was attended by members of the recently formed Opposition Alliance, the Honorable Melvin Mitch Turnbull, 2nd District Representative, and the Honorable Stacey R. Mathar. Honorable WALWYN will now take his position for the very first time as opposition leader at today's House sitting, which was scheduled at 1 p.m. and is on the way. Today, March 24th, 2025. In a statement to his constituents, Honorable WALWYN wrote, and I quote, "Today I was sworn in as leader of the opposition by His Excellency Governor Daniel Preuss, pursuant to Section 70 of the Virgin Islands Constitutional Order, 2007. I would like to thank the people of the 6th District yet again, for their confidence reposed in me to represent your interests in the House of Assembly. Rest assured that I will continue to do my utmost to serve you and the territory well." Governor Daniel Preuss has appointed the Honorable Lorna Smith OBE as Junior Minister for Financial Services and Economic Development. Governor Preuss, in a statement Friday, said he has sworn in Smith as Junior Minister as requested to him by Premier Dr. the Honorable Natalia D. Wheatley in a letter on March 13th, and after consulting with the Attorney General, Don Smith. The governor stated that at the Premier's request, he has forwarded his letter to the Minister of Overseas Territories, Stephen Doughty. The governor said further that in the Premier's letter, he asked for a constitutional amendment to allow for the appointment of 2 ministers of state and 2 parliamentary undersecretaries for a total of 4 junior ministers. Meanwhile, during a press conference last Friday, Premier Wheatley said he welcomed back Smith to the ranks of the government, stating that her wealth of experience and respect she commands in the financial services industry and business community can be of the best interest to them as a territory by her being a member of the government. The Premier said he has requested the creation of 2 Minister of State positions, which he said she would occupy one if the request is successful, explaining that a Minister of State is a senior minister who works with a ministry to support minister responsibilities for the overall portfolio, which is equivalent to a junior minister. Additionally, Dr. Wheatley said he has also requested the addition of parliamentary undersecretary of state positions. That would be at least a senior minister within a ministry.
In the United Kingdom and in the Westminster system, you have ministers who are senior ministers. They sit in cabinet. For instance, the Home Secretary, the Foreign Secretary. They have ministers who sit in their ministries, supporting their overall portfolio, and they're called ministers of state, parliamentary undersecretaries. They would be considered junior ministers. but we don't necessarily refer to them as junior ministers. I understand that we need a fair amount of education on the point. For instance, Minister Doughty himself, the Minister for Overseas Territories, given our terminology, would be considered a junior minister.
No. Okay.
Because he serves under the Foreign Secretary, the Right Honorable David Lammy. And throughout the United Kingdom government, you have ministers who serve under other ministers and support them. They are called ministers of state and they're called parliamentary undersecretaries. I've requested 2 ministers of state and 2 parliamentary undersecretaries. Ministers of state would be the more senior, using the terminology of junior minister, that would be the more senior junior minister. And parliamentary undersecretary would be less senior junior minister. I've requested 2, and I have not spoken about, if successful, who would be assigned to which portfolio. But as a constitution, and this wouldn't just be for now, it would be on an ongoing basis. If a government, has enough positions, they will have the option of being able to assign ministers of state or parliamentary undersecretaries.
When pressed further on the issue, the Premier emphasized that they are a government of progress and unity, he said. Hence, they are seeing other persons, specifically from the opposition, coming to join them. With that said, the Premier was asked if he is in discussions with other members of the opposition.
No, but let me say right here, Kathy, I invite all of them. Every single one of them, I invite them to come. And perhaps maybe they could be the next Minister of State, who knows. But I want them to come, Kathy, because we need all hands on deck to deal with the challenge that we face. We face food insecurity. We face threats to our financial services industry. All types of different threats we're facing right now, and we need all hands on deck. So I invite them to come, every single one of them.
Seriously or jokingly, haven't you thrown out any proposition to at least the representative for District 2?
District 2?
Yeah.
No, I haven't had any discussions with District 2 in recent times, but I invite them to come.
My colleague at the back will answer if not 8 as well.
I invite Honorable Penn to come right now as well. I would like for him to come.
Thank you.
I make a passionate appeal for Honorable Penn, Honorable Turnbull, Honorable WALWYN himself, the tall gentleman from the 6th. I appeal for him to come and join. And certainly Honorable Skelton, a gentleman of great experience, great knowledge. I'm not sure how well he's being respected where he is. I would like for him to come and to join with us because we will respect his knowledge and experience.
Meantime, as it relates to the order in council, the Premier said they are ongoing through the various assessments, and Governor Daniel Pruce is getting ready to give his final report.
We have had engagement of the community. They've had the opportunity to engage via a survey. We've had visits from FCDO officials, and before the end of the month, we will have the government's assessment of its progress. And then after that, the Minister of Overseas Territories will examine those reports, and they'll come to a conclusion after that. We're confident we've done enough to be able to give the Minister of Overseas Territories the level of confidence he needs that we have rectified a lot of the challenges which were, recognized in the Commission of Inquiry report. So by the end of this quarter, we will hear the various assessments, and then the public would be able to come to their own conclusions, as well as Minister Doughty.
Up next, viewers, we have much more on the local scene. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
Hello, and welcome to today's episode of Pop the Balloon or Find the Connection. Let's meet our first contender, ladies. Okay, Joey, so do you have any toxic traits?
Very restrictive. I don't give more time. What you get is what you get. I don't like to give unlimited time. That's it.
Okay, can you tell us why you popped your balloon?
That's a little too restricted for me.
Thank you for coming. Okay, ladies, so let's meet our second contender.
Sorry, excuse me. Why did you pop a balloon? I could give you minutes, data, unlimited call, overseas call, fiber. What else you need?
My friend used to date you. You are scam. She used to be for everything and more. Nothing to offer.
Okay, ladies, let's welcome our last contender. You look nice. Can you tell us your name?
Thank you. My name is Christian Charles Thomas. They call me C Sweetie.
What do you have to offer these ladies?
Well, security, trust, unlimited time, and a pretty fast.
Okay, so do you have any deal breakers?
Nah, but here's my number. 444-4444. Y tú, vida ilimitada.
Okay, guys, so no pop balloons.
For a fast, reliable, and secure connection for your personal or business life, call us at 444-4444 or visit any of our CCT stores and we'll get you connected with the perfect match for you.
So, you're a wizard, you drive a horse, and you're uninsured? I'm covered with CG.
Kalamazoo! Comprehensive motor cover for all kinds of damage.
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you so much for sticking with us. The Royal Virgin Islands Police Force has arrested and charged 39-year-old Kurt RABSATT of Old Plantation with burglary following investigations into a series of burglaries within the East End area. RABSATT appeared before the magistrate's court on March 21st and was offered bail in the amount of $20,000. If granted the bail, he would be subject to curfew conditions requiring him to remain at home between the hours of 9 p.m. and 6 a.m. every day. Should he be seen in public during curfew hours, members of the public are asked to contact the police immediately at 311. His arrest forms part of targeted efforts by the Criminal Investigations Department to address the recent increases in burglary-related offenses within the district. Investigations continue. And on a similar matter, the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force say they are actively investigating a series of burglaries and attempted burglaries reported in the Diamond Estate, Spooners Estate, and Anderson Estate areas. One individual, AKIM Stevens, of no fixed address, has been arrested and formally charged with burglary and attempted burglary in connection with these incidents. His arrest follows the circulation of video footage on social media shared by homeowners in the affected communities. Commissioner of Police Jacqueline Vance will state, and I quote, "We are aware of the videos being circulated showing individuals attempting to enter homes, and we understand the real fear and anxiety this has caused for residents within the affected communities. Let me reassure," she said, "the public that we are taking these individuals seriously, and the incidents as well as the arrests is a direct result of swift action of the police and the corporation of BVI Public. We will continue," she says, "to follow all leads and work tirelessly to bring those responsible to justice. The safety and peace of our communities remain of highest priority." The Royal Virgin Islands Police Force also said they are also wishing to address what they call false claims circulating in a separate video, which allege that Stevens had escaped police custody and was later recaptured. They said it wants the public to know that these claims are untrue. As a person of interest, Stevens was observed by police officers, they said, pursued and arrested without incident. He remains in police custody pending his appearance before the magistrate's court. The Royal Virgin Islands Police Force continue to urge members of the public to remain vigilant and report any suspicious activity by contacting the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force Intelligent Unit at 368-9339 or through the Crime Stoppers Unit at 800-8477. The Environmental Health Division joined the global community over the weekend in raising awareness and encouraging action for World Water Day, which was observed on Saturday, March 22nd, 2025. The day aimed to bring attention to the importance of water and how it affects health, the world, and way of life. Acting Chief Environmental Health Officer Ms. Henrietta Alexander says this year's observance will be held under the theme Glacier Preservation. She says glaciers are critical to life as their meltwater is important for drinking water. agriculture, and other ecosystems. Ms. Alexander said even though glaciers are not present within the VI, the territory does not experience unique water challenges. She said, and I quote, "We want to emphasize the importance of safe water management and sustainable water practices throughout the territory. We encourage," she says, "persons to engage in water conservation and protection, in addition to safe water management, which plays a crucial role in reducing and preventing mosquito breeding sites, thereby minimizing the spread of mosquito-borne illnesses." Ms. Alexander added that the water is an essential building block for life. A core, she said, focus of World Water Day is to support achievement of sustainable development, goal number 6, water and sanitization for all by 2030. The acting chief said, "Water is under extreme threat from growing populations, increasing demands of agriculture, the negative impacts of climate change and pollution, as well as insufficient infrastructure. The community is being reminded to protect water sources, reduce water pollution, prevent mosquito breeding sites, and advocate for fair access to safe running water for all persons." She said, and I quote, "Together we can work towards a sustainable future, whether it flows from a mountain stream or falls from tropical clouds. Water is life. Every drop counts." World Water Day is observed every year on March 22nd since 1993. Up next, viewers, we have much more coming right up.
Some claim that the age of a true gentleman is far behind us, but we disagree. He may appear in different guises today, but the values and ideals that make him a gent still stand. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman by yours truly, Ron Grant, presents Season 6. Introducing Sheldon Frett, actor, film producer, writer. Daylon Vantapool, entrepreneur. Terrence Neal, creative director. Chad George, entrepreneur. Humphrey Liu, financial services professional. Jamali DJ Molly Thomas, sales manager. Kai DeCastro, entrepreneur. Dean the Sportsman Greenaway, journalist. St. Clair Steady Fleming, entrepreneur. Devon Caldwell, brand specialist. Robert Green, footballer. And Rick S.S. Grant, author, The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman, coming June 5th, exclusively on 284 Media, inspiring a generation of greatness.
Orange alert! Fire is spreading across the BVI! The fastest, most reliable, and affordable fiber internet service is here for you! Look out for fire in these new locations: Slaney, Duff Bottom, Manual Reef, Steakhouse Bay, Albion, Hannah's, Palestina, Pleasant Valley, and Havers. Fiber is in your area. Call 444-4444 or visit a CCT store to find out more and bring it home. More locations coming soon.
Rashford made it. Manchester United have come from behind to lead.
At home or on the go, watch CCT Live. Download our app and carry your favorite TV shows, news, or live sports anywhere you go. Visit cctbvi.com/live, select your package, and tune in.
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you all for sticking with us. Head of the Business and Computer Studies Department at H. Lively Stout Community College, Dana Lewis Ambrose, believes the government cannot be the only entity supporting the institution financially. Lewis Ambrose was at the time speaking at a press conference where the Rotary Club of Central Tortola launched the James Harris Scholarship Program. The club will award an accounting scholarship on a yearly basis to one student. The event happened on the same day of the HLSCC's Giving Tuesday, an initiative designed to increase donor participation and support the institution's future growth.
I agree with President Georges when he says that the government of the day cannot be the only entity that puts or pours the majority of the funding into this college. I believe that this college, we've been around for 35 years now, right? 35, and if you multiply that across how many graduates we probably poured out, I think we have pretty much put into being persons, human resources that now this territory is starting to reap the fruits from their labors. And I say all of that to say that when you are operating any entity, it requires resources to make it happen. And so funding is essential. And after 35 years, I believe at this juncture, we should not only be looking to the government of the day to be only pouring into this entity. Now, over the years, we have had additional partners come on board, and we are grateful for all of that.
The Rotary Club Sunrise of Rotown has joined forces seeking to lend support to children and adults living with special needs within the Virgin Islands. President of the Rotary Club Sunrise, Mrs. Faye Smith-Penn, assisted by Youth Services Director Ms. Sonia Penn, made a donation of $1,000 on Friday, March 21st, 2025 at the Noah Lloyd Positive Action Movement Park to local organization Lemonade BVI to assist in their efforts to bring awareness to Down syndrome and autism. Students, parents, and well-wishers gathered at the park with students following their march in support of Down syndrome awareness. Persons with disabilities do not easily make the academic, mental, and physical progress deemed possible for their daily routines, as well as self-confidence, coping with anxiety, and their ability to express themselves in a vulnerable state. President Faye Penn, in a statement, indicated that, and I quote, "This is just the beginning, as with the right support, persons with special needs would be able to achieve their potential and goals in life to be able to do their part in contributing to the betterment of our territory." Youth Services Director Ms. Sonia Penn stated that she understood exactly the need, as she has seen firsthand in her career the need for stronger ties with such organizations in order to help decrease the pressures families endure in dealing with their loved ones. She added that with community support, we can impact real change in our society by fostering inclusivity. Rotary's key areas of focus include disease prevention and treatment, maternal and child health, basic education and literacy, water sanitation and hygiene, peace building and conflict resolution, as well as community and economic development and environment. Rotary Club Sunrise intends, they say, to continue supporting the development of special needs within the Virgin Islands and is committed to fostering long-standing community partnerships in these Virgin Islands. On the regional scene, the Territorial Council of St. Martin officially became the 12th member of the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States on Tuesday, marking an extremely significant step toward regional integration and collaboration. Louis Mussington, president of St. Martin, expressed gratitude for the long-awaited moment.
I want to, first and foremost, express my sincere appreciation and gratitude to all the prime ministers of the region and also ministers of government for taking the time out of your busy schedule to be here with us on St. Martin. I want to say that I'm humbled by your presence, and I thank you so much for your kind gesture. Thank you again. Today, I take great joy in what is happening in our country and me being a part of it. For some reason, as I look back, it feels like my involvement in bringing about change within the reality of the sub-region to which my country, St. Martin, belongs, is finally shaping up and taking on a true significance. Don't get me wrong, I am not saying that this is the pinnacle. However, this ceremony of accession of St. Martin to OECS is definitely a key moment for St. Martin, a historic one I might add. As I'm looking to the audience, I see cultural diversity. I see our young Caribbean from St. Martin, the future of our island involved as well in sharing this moment with us.
Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre of St. Lucia, who chairs the OECS Authority, congratulated St. Martin on its membership.
The founding fathers of the OECS envisioned that we had to pursue the path of meaningful economic integration and development. Hence, more than ever before, in this complex and fluid world situation, we must lean on each other and act on the principles of solidarity and resilience that we so often champion. We simply cannot allow new challenges to paralyze us. In keeping with the vision of our founding fathers, to continue to organize ourselves into larger frameworks to respond to the challenges of our time, the ascension of St. Martin to the OECS marks an important moment in our regional journey. On behalf of the governments and people of this region, I welcome you, St. Martin, wholeheartedly to the OECS family. Your membership is clear evidence that there continues to be strong demand for deeper engagement within the OECS. In strengthening our internal machinery, our associate members must not feel they are more appendages to the affairs of our union, but active contributors to the integration progress. Consequently, we must ensure their meaningful participation in economic initiatives, policy discussions, and regional actions. This may be an opportune time for us to sync the role of associate members, structuring their engagement in a way that strengthens the OECS. The ascension of St. Martin is a clear indication that our regional influence is expanding, and we must embrace this opportunity to deepen partnerships and advance the OECS role in shaping the future of this region.
OECS Director General Dr. Didacus Jules emphasized the significance of the territorial's inclusion.
Today, history and geography have conspired to bring us to a special moment, the formal accession of St. Martin in the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States. On behalf of the OECS family, I extend our warmest congratulations and sincere welcome to the people and government of St. Martin. Your inclusion now brings us to a deeper understanding of the oneness of our space, providing once again that despite the varied political or constitutional arrangements of our territories, the Caribbean Sea that unites us is stronger than any lines drawn by history. Over 4 decades, the OECS has been a pioneering model of regional integration, one that recognizes the necessity of coming together to confront our shared challenges. Initially formed by a group of newly independent and non-independent Anglophone territories, this family has steadily grown. When Martinique joined us in 2015, and then Guadeloupe followed in 2019, we shattered the old notion that this body should remain exclusively Anglophone. We acknowledge the deeper reality that our shared waters, our intertwined cultures, and our collective aspirations for a prosperous and resilient future transcend language or colonial legacy. St. Martin's accession is another milestone in this unfolding story of the Eastern Caribbean. You join a community that enthusiastically embraces the French, English, and Creole voices that echo across these islands. Over the years, we have seen with Martinique and Guadeloupe that greater harmony in health, education, culture, trade, and environmental protection flows naturally when we open our arms to one another.
The announcement has been met with widespread support from regional stakeholders. Viewers, that is it for today's News Roundup. Be sure to follow us for your daily news updates at Tweet4Media and Tweet4BVI on Instagram and X, formerly Twitter, as well as to follow us on our WhatsApp channel for daily updates. I'm Ron Grant. Have a safe and enjoyable evening, as well as a beautiful week. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye and happy Monday.